In this video, I'm going to show you Uzbekistan's mutant sheep species.
It's like a sheep from Avatar.
This is a fat-tailed sheep.
This is the Kim Kardashian of sheep.
Instead of a tail like this, their chunky behinds consist of nearly 100% fat.
Do you want to slap it?
And that fat is the foundation for much of Uzbek cuisine.
It's been fried, the oils get released, and then he's fried all the other organs in there.
I mean, just look at it.
Oh yes! What is going on?
Today, I'm on a mission to show you the Asian cuisine you never knew existed.
Right behind me, one of the most unusual preparations I've ever seen.
Starting at the market.
Ooh, it does smell like something you'll get in Korea.
Then ending with a fat-tailed sheep cooked up 8 different ways.
Is this gonna give me superpowers?
Including raw sheep ass.
Oh, it's so gushy.
It all starts here. Welcome to DEHQON BOZORI, the largest bazaar in Fergana.
Every time I've come to a market in Uzbekistan, it is picture perfect. Everything is clean, organized, bright, colorful. I feel like I'm in a Central Asian fairy tale here. Look, a whole wagon full of actual bread.
Yes, sir. Fresh from the oven.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So follow us as we take a look around the market, and hopefully we'll find some ready-to-eat food as well. Let's go. Right here, we have the bread section. They're offloading tons of bread. In fact, we have a whole wagon full right here. Why is all the bread flat?
If you're wondering if Uzbekistan is a rice or a bread country,
Because the earth is flat.
it's both.
That's the best answer ever. I thought the earth was like a loaf of bread.
No,
but it's more like a flat
It's
bread.
a flat bread, bro. It has a little curvature, but it is a flat.
For the bakers here, bread isn't just a commodity, it's a canvas.
So the bread's not only flat, but it's extremely ornate and beautifully decorated.
Some use it to make art,
They have sesame seeds around the perimeter. There's walnuts, there's little raisins inside.
and others use it to promote their business.
Here, there's some bread that has some words etched into it. What does this say?
That's a business card, brother. The name of a guy and his phone number. So we are eating and you're like, man, I like this bread so much. I wonder if I can get more. Oh wait, there is a phone number. I can call him up.
Wait, hold on. Can we pretend we're Japanese businessmen?
Yeah, like,
You have to put it in your wallet.
arigato.
Arigato. Right here, this is the biggest bread I can find so far. Let's try it out.
Man.
That's some good bread. It's like a thick bagel on the outside and then thin and a little bit more chewy on the inside. I love bread here, it's so thick. And usually, you're not just gonna eat a bunch of bread by itself. It's meant to cut some of maybe the heavier food you're eating here. Love it. We need to maybe get a shopping bag for this and keep moving.
The Silk Road influence here can be traced to Uzbekistan's neighbors to the east and west. But even a country as far away as Korea has also made its mark.
The woman here, she looks Korean.
Man, she is Korean. 안녕하세요.
Most Uzbek Koreans migrated to Uzbekistan during the Korean War, taking with them their cooking techniques and applying them to local ingredients.
We call them Korean salads and they become like a part of the culture.
Now, locals with no Korean ties at all make and sell these fermented and pickled delights in markets across the country.
So they brought it and it caught on big time, like sushi in LA.
Or pizza in New York.
Ah, I think we should try something that stuck out to me right here. That looks like stomach. Is that stomach?
Yes, sir.
Can we order some? Oh, that is stomach if I've seen stomach. I mean, it's like fuzzy, like a little carpet that's just been soaked in some kind of a chili sauce and vinegar. Let's go for it. Oh, what?
I like it. It has sheep aftertaste.
Yeah, and pre-taste and during taste. I like the seasoning, but then like the intensity of the stomach still comes through. Sheep stomach is like Uzbek squid. Folks in Korea love squid. If you're Korean, you can't have squid. Sheep stomach might be the next best thing, at least texture-wise. The taste, it's fairly pungent and gamey, but that's mostly been masked by the pickling and seasoning and everything else she's put on here. I love it. There's never been a more true fusion than this right here.
Asian fusion at its best.
Absolutely.
Uzbek cuisine is shaped by its availability and lack of availability of certain ingredients. For example, seafood.
If there's anything I know about this country that is a unique fact, is that it is double landlocked. That means it is landlocked and every country around it is also landlocked. So it's very far from the ocean.
All the fish here come from nearby rivers or lakes, including this snakehead fish.
Oh, it's so big. Dude.
Oh.
That is a massive river fish. Oh. Fantastic, you got a little bit of.
I get a lot of it, man. Not a little bit. I hate you for that.
I think we should keep that. All right.
In this country, there's one meat that reigns supreme among all others. From five-star dining to simple street food, the fat-tailed sheep is an indispensable and foundational part of Uzbek cuisine.
We have another food. We tracked this man down. Assalamu alaikum. This is a mobile vendor. Inside, he has samsa.
Samsa is a traditional Central Asian pastry stuffed with meat or vegetables. Unlike their fried cousin, the samosa, these guys are always baked in a tandoor oven.
Here he's got a giant hot oven. It's still warm on the outside. There's some embers on the inside.
These samsa are homemade, crafted with dough, potatoes, and minced fat-tailed sheep, locally known as DUMBA. To cook, they're stuck to the walls of this very heavy, portable clay oven and carted to the market.
So he just has something to scrape it off the wall, and then he catches it in a pan. Ooh, thank you. Cheers. Oh, look at that, it's steaming. Oh, this is incredible. There's a ton of onion flavor in there, and then some of the fat from the sheep is just extra juicy, almost buttery, all with this nice chewy dough wrapped around the outside. Oh my gosh, I love it.
From dumba in the samsa to eating dumba sausage or the dumba you find in plov, this meat is used everywhere in Uzbekistan. So right now, I want to head to a dumba farm and meet the dumba at its source. This is Joydan Sheep Farm, located in the city's suburbs. Here, they house 200 sheep, with up to 100 being sold each month.
Right now, we've come to a suburban farm. We're slowly backing up as we get closer and closer to the local sheep. These sheep are like no sheep you have ever seen before.
This is the famous mutant-looking fat-tailed sheep.
It's like a sheep from Avatar.
A breed distinctive for their bubbly posterior.
To me, right there, that is Uzbek cuisine.
Although it's my first time seeing them in person, it turns out this species makes up 1/4 of the world's sheep population.
For me, this is how sheep should look like. So if I see any other type of sheep, for me, they're like, why those sheep look like not a sheep?
In fact, variations of this animal are prized and bred all over Asia, the Middle East, and Africa, adored for having fat deposits in all the right places.
The lamb plays a centerpiece in an Uzbek culinary. Like everything made of sheep absolutely tastes better, sells better. So that's why they use sheep like constantly in everything they can.
All right, we want to capture one. I'm gonna grab the leg.
You do slowly, you do slower. You don't attack suddenly, you like, you know, foreplay, man. Okay, good. And now you grab the neck.
Oh, now grab the neck. Like this?
Yeah. Okay, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, man.
This is not what I wanted. This was not my intention at all.
Dude, change your position. Okay, there you go.
You can see they have a thick neck, big old belly, and then this back here, the prized part. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, guys. This video is demonetized, but would you look at that? All right, I'm gonna let it go. All right, you did well. I'm sorry. Does the farm have an HR department?
I think so.
All right, I'm in trouble. I gotta get my story straight.
I'm buying one of these sheep and we're taking it to a mad food scientist who's gonna turn it into a long list of dishes, some of which I'm excited for and some that scare me. The sheep is quickly slaughtered the halal way and its blood is drained. Part of the skinning process includes an ancient technique that goes back generations.
So right behind me, one of the most unusual preparations I've ever seen.
The butcher makes a small incision in the leg of the animal.
This is a technique I've seen done the modern way.
Then he uses his mouth to blow air inside.
For example, in Mexico, they used an air hose and they stick it in the animal between its muscle and its skin and they inflate it.
This is done to create separation between the skin and the muscle, making it easier to remove later on.
That is super unique, something crazy that I have never seen. I mean, this is how it was done originally. Before there were compressors and machines that could blow the air in, it had to be done manually or mouthfully.
Orally.
Orally. The Big Cruz.
Yes, sir.
Today I'm very excited because we're going to be trying out about 5 or 6 different dishes from this one creature, all made by this chef. Sir, assalamu alaikum.
Meet our culinary superstar, the mad food scientist, Chef Nosser.
He has a lot of dishes in mind for today, made with all different parts of this animal. But the first one we're going to try, Big Cruz, is what?
First one is gonna be raw sashimi sheep fat.
To make sheep sashimi, the chef cuts a thin slice of dumba, or the sheep's tail fat. Spice it up with chili salt, and you're ready to go.
First of all, it's still warm from the animal's body temperature. It's really soft, it's stretchy,
Has an odor.
has a little bit of an odor, but don't we all?
We do.
Let's go for it. Oh, it's a big piece. Oh, it's so gushy. Oh, you can't do it.
Oh my God.
Bro, this is someone's culture. Oh, it's yours. How do you feel?
I almost threw up.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Did you spit it out?
No, I.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, here I go. Ooh, I'm gonna taste that for days. The fat has coated my mouth. It's just so you chew and you chew and you chew and nothing's happening. It's not too bad if you just got a smaller piece. The chili salt helps a lot. It makes it more palatable. All right, I think this is a great experience. A first course, an aperitif to get our stomachs excited and ready for more. Thank you, chef.
Fortunately, our next dish involves a lot more heat.
What would you call that?
Dumba jigar.
The chef starts by slicing up the sheep's organs.
What is jigar?
Jigar is a liver.
He slices and dices the heart, kidney, liver, and even the sheep's balls.
Butt liver.
Butt liver.
In a hot kazan, as always, he starts with the dumba cubes. When the fat renders down, he adds the slices of organs and lets them fry. Season with salt and cumin, then cover for 15 minutes and serve.
Let's start with liver. Wow.
Nice. It's a little dry inside.
Yeah, it's really hard to make a liver not like that, where it's like a little chalky, but I think he's done good. It's not super dry, it's just kind of as dry as most livers are. The cooking style, it starts out really fried, but then why do a lot of people steam after that?
If you just fry it, it becomes kind of too much chewy. We don't want that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Right here we have a kidney. Cheers.
Cheers, my man. It's tasty.
Very tasty. Oh, now I taste the cumin much more.
Seasoning really blends it and gives really nice aftertaste.
I like that. That's more juicy than the liver.
Yeah, liver is a little dry. Yeah, in a good way.
All right, these are the lungs. It looks like Snoop Dogg's lungs. They're so dark and just completely torched.
Okay,
Cheers.
let's see.
It's like mushrooms, the texture. It's like a grilled portobello.
And it doesn't have like strong flavor.
No, not at all.
If someone gives you and says it's a mushroom, you would buy it.
That's really unique. I did not expect that. So this is excellent. The meat tastes delicious. Every different organ has a little bit different texture and slightly different taste. Delicious. 10 out of 10.
Zor da yaptım azali.
Appetizer number 3. It just doesn't stop at Cruz. Look at this. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's a bowls kebab.
It's a balls kebab.
These doodads are chopped up and seasoned with just a little bit of chili salt.
I'm looking at this volume of balls here and I'm thinking this sheep had 4 to 5 balls.
No, we had to like buy it separately.
Then he skewers up those testicular cross sections.
It's like a homemade sticks. It's a special tree, juniper tree. It gives the taste as well.
We're not just having pure, unmitigated ball. It has some juniper flavor in there too.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
He grills them for about 15 minutes.
I'm curious, you know, in a lot of countries, when you eat something like this, it gives you some kind of a benefit, something to do with masculinity. When we eat this, is this gonna give me superpowers?
She says like if you really believe in it, it might work. If not, then just taste the dish.
The power of positive thinking in the bedroom. My new book by Sunnyside. All right, cheers.
Başladı.
It's actually quite meaty. Rather than being like so fatty and gelatinous, it's really soft, unlike any other organ. This is really like its own feeling. It's soft, it's supple, it's delicate, all those things.
the word.
Chef, I think you've done an excellent job. I think it's very good. I'm quite stunned and very impressed. Well done.
Chef Nosser has studied classic traditional Uzbek cuisine, but he also isn't afraid to make his own creations, like this dish. It starts with a giant web of caul fat. This fatty membrane normally encases the sheep's digestive organs, but he's found a new use for it. He seasons it with chili salt. Now, onto the liver. The liver is cut into thinner slices, and it's stuffed with crushed walnuts. Place that on top of the caul fat and wrap it up like a Christmas present. The liver grills for about 20 minutes, enough to cook it most of the way through, but not enough to dry it out.
The organ preparation that I see in Uzbekistan is some of the most unique I've seen anywhere in the world. Starting with lungs filled with milk, that was a couple of episodes ago. And then here, liver stuffed with walnuts and wrapped with caul fat. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Mamana, hamana, hamana.
So good.
It's so good. So the issue with liver, a lot of times, is it can get kind of dry and it's hard to make it really be juicy, but they've wrapped it with that fat. And then inside, you've got those walnuts that have kept their crunch. So it's just a beautiful texture to accompany the liver. The caul fat alone is reduced in size. It wraps even tighter around the liver. And then parts of it like this get really crunchy.
I love
Full
it.
of flavor. And nothing here is gamey or muttony. This guy's a genius. So that is the liver. I love it. This other food is something I've never even seen attempted. He must have invented this because what we have here inside of the aluminum foil, it is a quail egg wrapped in caul fat.
I'm not sure how I feel about this next food, which calls for eating actual egg shells.
It's my first time seeing this.
Small, delicate quail eggs are wrapped in caul fat. The quail eggs are still raw at this point.
It's like, you know, hardcore M&Ms.
He showers them with a massive dose of salt, then rolls them up. Wrap it in tinfoil, toss it on the grill, and when you've built up enough courage to eat, take it off and give it a try.
Should we go for it?
Let's go.
It's hot.
Yeah. I thought that the shell would be most disturbing thing about it, but it turns out it's like a list of obstruction.
Well, yeah, you feel it crunching, but it breaks into a million pieces in your mouth and it dissolves pretty easily.
Yeah.
What was the toughest part for you?
The smell of lamb.
Yeah, it was that first bite. I was like, wait, is this an egg from a sheep? That is a wild experience.
Now that the organs and all 13 of the sheep's testicles are gone, it's time to focus on the protein. I've asked Chef Noser for a glorious, climactic ending to this eclectic tasting menu, and wait until you see this. The meat is cut down to manageable chunks. Then he fills the kazan with cooking oil and fries some potatoes. Patience. We're building up to something. When the potatoes are done, they're removed, and then he adds the meat. Now, the most crucial ingredient, an entire freaking pumpkin. He cuts it open and removes the seeds, fills it with butter and honey, then places the whole thing on top of the frying meat. Add back the fried potatoes and water, cover it up, and let it cook for over an hour. When it's complete, garnish with whatever you have laying around.
Today has culminated in this moment right here, our final meal. It is incredible. So first of all, the centerpiece, we have a pumpkin decorated with quail eggs. It's surrounded by a perimeter of different sheep cuts. I see a bunch of ribs, there's corn.
Also we got potatoes, but we can't see it because there is so much meat and corn on top.
There's so many layers here. And in fact, inside there's a liquid. What is going on inside the pumpkin?
He put butter and honey and it cooked in the juice of the pumpkin.
All right, should we try it out?
Okay, let's go, man.
Here, this is a rib. Try it out. Oh,
And this, what I call yamana mamana.
super savory, sticky, tender, juicy. There's some fine mutton. I taste a little salt, a little cumin, but otherwise, it's really a lot of the natural flavors of the sheep coming through. There's no overcompensation taking place here. Well, the quail eggs might be overcompensation, but not with the meat. I'm gonna pull one of these out. Cheers. You know what? It does work without the shell.
I like the shell one better.
Yeah. Oh, really? Let's go back to him trying that. Yeah, okay, he liked that better. I want to dig into the pumpkin. We can actually eat the pumpkin too, right?
Absolutely.
So, I'm reaching in here. This is the pumpkin. I've just scraped that out of the inside. I'm gonna scoop into the liquid. Now it is just dripping with that syrupy, sugary goodness.
Are you ready?
Yeah, cheers. Oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the pumpkin's like kind of sweet, but kind of squashy. I like even the desserts here are rich. Of course, why not? Today we're eating basically pure oil and fat the whole day. We end it with a dessert where you dip it into butter and honey.
Bro, that's how we do. You go big or go home.
Anyways, good meal.
Thank you, man. Thank
What a
you
day.
for. It's not just the food, but it's with whom you're eating makes it more pleasurable. So with you, I have tried things I would have never tried. So thank you very much for helping me discover more of my culture.
I feel good anytime I can make people push past their own limits. You know, they talk about Steve Jobs. When people got around them, they thought things that were impossible were possible. And when people come around me, they're like, I could probably eat that weird thing.
Thank you, man.
And so that's
so inspirational.
Yeah.
You Steve Jobs. Yeah.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A piece. You can't even tell I took a bite. They can still sell this. I'm gonna put it back. Looking at the owner, she's like, what are you doing? No, okay, someone said no. Do you know how many girls in California wish that they could just eat or drink whatever they're consuming to make them look like that? Instagram is replete with people doing surgery to try to look like this. Mouthfully.
Orally.
Orally, thank you. So he knows a lot about oral. Oh, hello sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Is it, sorry, don't. Oh, smells good. First of all, in Indonesia, they call balls torpedo.
Here we call them light bulbs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
You ever like hold one above your head? Like when you have a good idea?
Yeah.
Guys, that is it for this video. I want to say a huge thank you to BEFRS. I did not wash my hand.
Yeah, it feels okay because I didn't wash it either.
If you didn't know already, BEFRS is an expert when it comes to tourism here in Uzbekistan. He's had Mark Wiens here, Trevor James, Mike Chen, me, and tons of others who have toured the country. You've seen it in the videos, now come see it in real life.
Gain the advantage of BEFRS's travel expertise and guidance by using funstands.com to plan your Central Asian travel adventure.
People are gonna see an amazing experience about my country, and I want to show Uzbekistan the way that nobody could experience. If you like whatever you see in our videos, we just want to share it with you so you can check out the websites and book your trip to our lovely country.
That's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow, you didn't
I did
say
it on
it,
the
though.
cue. Ah, okay, I have to say it. Okay.
Okay.
Ready to do it?
Say it. No, just do it yourself.
A peace!